The Ottoman Empire, one of the most powerful empires in history, experienced both its peak and gradual decline under the reigns of various sultans. Among them was Mehmed III, who ruled from 1595 to 1603. His reign is remembered for his military campaigns, as well as his brutal execution of 19 brothers upon ascending the throne. His rule was marked by internal corruption, external wars, and the increasing influence of the imperial harem in governance. Born on May 26, 1566, in Manisa, Mehmed III was the son of Murad III and Safai Sultan. As per Ottoman tradition, young princes were sent to govern provinces to gain administrative and military experience. Mehmed spent much of his early life in Manisa, preparing for possibility of ruling the vast Ottoman Empire. Upon the death of Murad III on January 16, 1595, Mehmed III ascended the throne as the 13th Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. However, his rise to power began with a tragic and brutal event. Following an Ottoman practice established by Mehmed II, Mehmed III ordered the execution of all his surviving brothers to eliminate potential threats to his rule. This act of fratricide, though shocking by modern standards, was seen at the time as a necessary measure to prevent civil war and power struggles within the empire. Upon assuming the throne, Mehmed III orchestrated one of the largest mass executions of royal family members in Ottoman history. A total of 19 of his brothers, some mere infants, were executed to ensure there were no rivals to his rule. The execution was carried out using silk cords, a method specifically chosen because Ottoman law forbade spilling royal blood. The task was entrusted to the Bastanchi, the royal executioners, who were often deaf and mute to prevent emotional hesitation or leaks of sensitive information. One by one, the brothers were strangled to death within the walls of Topkapi Palace, their bodies later buried together in a mass grave near Hagia Sophia. Mehmed III and his advisors justified this act as a means of securing the stability of the empire. The Ottomans had previously suffered from devastating succession wars, where rival princes fought for the throne, leading to prolonged civil conflicts. By eliminating all possible competitors, Mehmed III ensured that no internal factions could challenge his authority. However, this act also instilled fear among future sultans, contributing to a culture of paranoia and absolute control. While Mehmed III's rule began with internal bloodshed, his reign was largely defined by external conflicts and internal instability. One of the most significant events of his reign was the continuation of the long war against the Austrian Habsburgs. Unlike his predecessors who ruled from the palace, Mehmed III personally led an army to battle, making him the first Ottoman Sultan in 30 years to do so. His most notable military achievement was at the Battle of Carysties in 1596, where the Ottoman forces won a hard-fought victory against the Austrians and their allies. However, this war was extremely costly, and its long duration drained the empire's financial and military resources. Despite his military success, Mehmed III was considered a weak and passive ruler, heavily influenced by the women of the palace, particularly his mother, Safai Sultan. Under her influence, the imperial harem gained unprecedented power, leading to the decline of effective governance. Corruption and favoritism became rampant, and important administrative decisions were often dictated by palace intrigue rather than strategic governance. Furthermore, the Janissaries, the elite military corps of the Ottoman Empire, became increasingly disobedient and rebellious due to poor administration and delayed salaries. This weakened the empire's military structure and created internal unrest. On December 22, 1603, Mehmed III died suddenly at the age of 37 in Topkapi Palace. The cause of his death remains unknown, though some speculate it may have been due to natural causes. His death marked the end of a reign characterized by both military victories and internal decline. His successor, Ahmed I, was only 13 years old at the time. Ahmed later abolished fratricide and replaced it with the kaffe system, where princes were imprisoned in a secluded palace section instead of being executed. This marked a turning point in Ottoman succession traditions.